Plaintiff Robert Rudnick says he met the defendant because he's a regular at the Hooters where she worked. Robert claims after he mentioned to the defendant that he had helped another waitress out with some money, she asked him for 3 loans, but he's suing because she has yet to repay. Defendant Angela Kazmarzik says Robert came to Hooters every day by himself and would stay for hours. Angela claims Robert acted like a sugar daddy, and he not only gave waitresses money, but he also bought one a car and took another to Vegas. She's countersuing for harassment.
Start with you.
I've known Angie for about since about 2008, 5 years. I've come to think
Where
of
do you
her
know her
as-
from?
She was a Hooters waitress in in South County, St. Louis. I was somewhat of a regular there. Used to go in there, watch football games, baseball games, hockey games, hang out with the girls, had friends I hung out with, and got to know her through there.
Okay.
Just friends. Sat at her table every now and then, chatted with her. January 2012, I sat with her one time, and she was catching up. She had just come back to work there. She'd been gone for a little while. And I was telling her story about how I was helping out a friend, another female friend that needed some money, and I helped her out.
How did you all come upon that conversation?
We were just catching up on old times. Just catching up what was going on in life.
Her, hey, just for your information.
No, it's not. That's not.
For your information, there's another cutie pie around here. I gave her some money.
No.
Hint, hint.
No, not gave, lent somebody. Lent somebody.
Well, why did that come up, sir?
I can't remember. It's a year and a half ago. I mean, it was almost 2 years ago. I mean, we were just chatting, and she was asking me what was going on in my life. So.
And you say giving away money to women? That's what's going on with me. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, the red light came on when, that was in January. The next day, I get a Facebook message from her saying, Bob, let's do lunch sometime. Here's my phone number. Give me a call. Let's do lunch. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, the red light went on right away. I'm like, okay, she heard my story. I know she was having financial difficulties.
Then he lunged for that phone.
Right.
No, actually, I didn't. I don't have the type of job where I can just leave work and go out to lunch. So about a month later, I was in the restaurant, and we were talking, and she was basically, dry begging is how I called it.
There you go. You've been watching me.
I've been watching you.
You know what that is. Dry begging.
And she was telling me all of her problems. She didn't have her car, and she needed money to fix her car. And I'm like, hey, $350, I can handle that as a loan. You pay me back every penny? Oh, yeah, I'll pay you back every penny, Bob. And that's where we stood.
All right, let me hear from you, ma'am, before we get to the total amount that you're suing for.
Well, I will say that he was not somewhat of a regular. He was there every day, hours a day. He would not bring friends with him. He sat up there by himself. The girls actually
watching the games? I don't think games come on every day, sir.
No,
yeah,
they don't.
Go ahead.
He would actually come up and brag about how he would help out other girls and that he actually liked to play kind of like a sugar daddy role. Not only did he give a girl money, but he gave a girl a car. He actually recently took a girl to Vegas with him. He would want me to serve underage girls for him at a different place that I worked at. He would also,
he knew of another place?
Yeah, and I have the text messages too. He doesn't just go to Hooters. He just visits all conceptual restaurants where girls are either half naked or scantily clad in lingerie, body paint. That's just what he does. And
he ever hit on you?
He flirts with the girls.
You?
With me, yes.
Oh,
what is
it?
He just likes to well, he would pull up pictures that he would save of girls either on Facebook
Did he ever
or
say,
myself.
let's get together?
No, he never said that.
There we go.
He never said anything about sleeping together or anything like that. Just flirty, sitting up every day at our tables for
so you
hours a day.
Get money out of him and don't even have to do anything. Well, you're going to have a long line outside waiting when you leave here, doctor. You're going to be the most popular man in the world. All right, go ahead. So how did she owe you $4,000 in loans?
Well, she the first loan was for $350 she said she needed to fix her car. Then literally 4 or 5 days later, it was 5 days later exactly, she texted me at work and she needed money to buy a house. She put in a down payment on a house.
How much is that, sir?
$1,200. Down payment on a house, $1,200. And I was like, Angie, you haven't even paid me a penny yet. We got to start making payments, And she's like, oh, I'll pay every penny I owe you, every penny I owe you. So, over time, this is February 2012. I get $50 here, $50 there, just kind of under the table. She didn't want anybody to know.
Gave you back your own tips.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. You put it that
You
way,
tip
right?
her $20 3 days in a row. She said, "We here's $60 on your on that loan I owe you." Go ahead,
Fair enough,
sir.
fair enough. And then it was in July of 2012, I got this hysterical phone call. Her dog had jumped out of the back of a pickup truck and shattered its back leg. Her boyfriend picked it up, took it home, didn't think anything of it. And, you know, the vet basically said they wouldn't do anything to it until the money was up front. She didn't have the means to do it. I work for a pet food company. I'm a dog lover. I just went through 6 months of chemotherapy with my dog 2 years ago. I was like, I'll help you out.
Your boyfriend doesn't like dogs?
I guess not. I don't know. I mean, he didn't think anything of it, leaving it in the back end of the truck with a broken
That's my
leg.
point. They send you the bill.
Well,
Go ahead.
I paid the bill.
How much did you loan her?
In total, $47.50.
No, for the...
Oh, for the bill for the vet was $3,200.
All right.
The leg was shattered.
$47.50 was the total amount, and you're suing today for $4,000. Obviously, she's repaid.
She's given me some. You know, I got random payments for $50 a piece from February through May of 2012.
Your tips.
Pretty much, yeah. If you want to put it that way. And then after the dog situation, I said, okay. I mean, I thought I was being good-hearted. I said, you know, this happened in July. I knew she had to put out some of her own money to take care of this dog. Not only the $3,200 I gave her, lent her. I said, wait till September 15th. I'll give you 6 weeks to get your ducks in a row. $100 payment on September 15th. I got a payment on the 15th of September. Got a payment on October 15th. Then I go into Hooters because she said she was going to pay me on November 15th. I go in there to see her. She's not there. She got fired.
I did not get fired. I quit. I put in 2 weeks too, he knew that.
Let me hear your side, ma'am. He says you did pay $750 back.
Yes.
But he said he loaned you $47.50.
Correct.
Tell me your side.
Initially, I did anticipate wanting to pay back every penny. It was a nice thing for him to do, to give me the money. So I did. I made payments when I could. I was living with my boyfriend at the time.
Broke?
He actually had gotten laid off. He worked for the city, and he had gotten laid off.
I thought he quit.
I was laid off. I said, was he broke?
And I was working. Yeah.
People can be laid off and then they use their savings.
No, yeah, he didn't have any
He
savings.
didn't have any savings.
So I was actually working
All right,
2
well,
jobs
that's
at
broke.
the time.
Just say my boyfriend was broke.
He's broke. My boyfriend's
All
broke.
right, there you go.
So I was working 2 jobs at the time. So I actually have messages back and forth where I would ask him, you know, for a little more time. I never tried to get out of the loans at first. And what had happened was he would just get crazy. He actually still goes 2 Fridays ago. He went up to my girlfriend's work and is cussing her out over it. He would harass me over
Where was that at?
DB's.
Your girlfriend? I don't even talk to Christine. I've never even talked to Christine.
How do you know her name then? How do you know who she's talking about? How do you know who she's talking about? No, she didn't mention a name, and I'm sure that's not her only girlfriend.
He actually would.
You're telling on yourself.
And he saves pictures of her.
He what?
The girl that he says he didn't talk to, he offered to pay for her to have her lease broken, and then said that she could stay with him. He was obsessed with her.
Oh my God, I can't believe you said that.
He also offered to store her things in his house if she needed a place to store them.
How much money is she taking for?
She wouldn't, and I think that's why he goes up there
she
and
wouldn't get it.
verbally
Y'all
attacks
split
her.
yours.
No, mine actually went to my dog, but
Now, why haven't you paid him back, ma'am?
because of the harassment, actually, my friends have had to block him from.
That's your counterclaim, harassment. Tell me about it. What has he done to you?
Not only has he harassed me over public, like over Facebook, coming up to my work, calling, he also would harass my friends.
He came, not talking about your friends, they have to sue. He came to your job.
Well, he's like harassed me through my friends, through my boyfriend.
Well, they
Because I'm
have
trying to find out
they
where
have-
you work so I can get in touch with you.
He can't harass you through someone. He harasses them. Go ahead.
Just sending ignorant, rude text messages. I also have text messages where he sent my boyfriend
No, you
a
say he
message
came
over
to your
Facebook.
job. That's the most legitimate claim you're
Yes.
making, not him asking for his $4,000.
Yes.
That's a good reason to call somebody and get a little irritated. That's a good reason.
Which job did I come visit you at?
So
Hooters.
You didn't work there
came
after
there
November
every
of
day
2012.
anyway, you said.
She
It would
quit
make a
November
huge
He wasn't
12.
deal.
coming
He
there
would
for
send
you.
me that-
Pardon?
And it would make a huge deal if I didn't make a
A
big
huge deal
production
like what?
out of the money, or if I didn't make
A
a huge.
huge deal like what? Describe the huge deal.
Besides the texting, like he would.
No, when he came to your job, I don't care
He would
about
tell
these
the other
texts,
girls
ma'am.
about
Pardon?
the situation and talk bad about me to my coworkers.
That's what
You
I
didn't
need
work
to
there
hear.
anymore.
Did you do that?
I was trying to find out where she worked. She wasn't responding to text
Were
messages.
you still working there
No.
when he talked about you?
No, she was
Yes,
quit.
because I actually have messages where it talks about how he told the other girls about it, that he wanted a pat on the back, that I wasn't making a big
Let's
enough
see
deal.
messages where he admits speaking to your coworkers about you and the money that you've borrowed or any other way. I've got over 11,000 tied up in other people's needs, and so far I've gained nothing for it. That's the first thing that stands out that you underline, ma'am, is that he's been knocked off for 11,000 by your co-workers. So what am I supposed to read? You read what it is you want me to know that demonstrates that he has been to your job at your place of employment and went to your co-workers.
I told
and
them
said,
I would do the same for them, and then it goes
the same as in
giving
help
them money.
Oh, that's harassing you?
He would go
Have
in
a
and
good
tell
day,
people
man.
about our business.
$4,000, sir, is your judgment. Yours
you.
is dismissed. Goodbye.
I have nothing else to say. I mean, I just think that he's a lonely man that pays people pretty much for friendship.
And I have nothing to say either. She hustled me, she used me, took advantage of me, and now she thinks she doesn't owe me the money.
And I guess so
Same
did
did- I was talking.
5
I
other
was talking.
people for 1,100 or 11,000.
Whatever. Hope the dog's doing well. That's all I'm going to say.